It's not Michael there, though, is it?
Of course there is.
Yeah, microphone.
Oh no.
Look at the double cameras we've got.
All different characters in the group we've got at the minute. They said Viktor Johansson come in obviously in the summer. Jack Bonham obviously playing that part of obviously pushing him and competing as a second choice. And then we've got obviously Frankie who's the third choice. And again, he's magnificent for the group. You guys see it day in, day out when you're around the building. It's an easy group to kind of manage. They work really, really hard on the grass. They push each other every day. I obviously put the sessions on, but they need to drive it themselves, which they do day in, day out, and quite lucky to have a group like that.
Position in the goal. Yeah, great pat down. Lovely that, Vix.
Like us three together, it feels like we're really like brothers.
Oh, brilliant, hey, Frank. Great touch!
Hey, defender here!
Ah! Other side.
Jack and Frank are always in the earliest when I come in. So we always have 5-10 minutes before training, just speak about life, and I love him. Like genuinely, like I really care about him and you know their families, and it's just a wonderful group.
We all get on, which helps. We spend a lot of time with one another, so I think that's a big aspect of it. I think our brains work a little bit differently as well. Everyone talks about this goalkeeping union, and unless you've been in it, I don't feel like you'll ever understand it.
It's a really good group, really relaxed. The level of work's really high, which is really good, because when you get that relaxed environment with that level of work, it just works perfectly.
Yep. Good set. Good, Frankie. Ah, go on, you. Lovely, Vix.
Yeah.
I mean, the standard in training has been fantastic this year.
It's a great effort, eh? It's a great effort. It's a great push out you come.
Holy
It's been a big part of some of my performances. I would never, without them telling me what they would have done, or it's that honest sort of relationship that you have with your brothers. You say when something's wrong, or you say when something's right. And I think they've been a massive part in my development this year. Massive, massive.
Oh, look at this. You're all right. Oh. Lovely day for it.
You've mentioned Darren a little bit. Just tell us about how you've found working with Darren.
First of all, as a person, I think the way he handles himself and sort of he's around the building is just like, it's like a comfort. His knowledge, and I don't know, it's just all round as a guy, as a goalkeeper coach, it's everything I've could have asked for.
He's been brilliant with me since he came to the club. When he first came in, I was in the team, and then I got out of the team, and he's been brilliant with me and handling those situations. Training-wise, his sessions are top. He always lets us comment and put our input into and our ideas into the session, so it works really well.
Jack, you made it look easy there, didn't he? Hey.
I probably have a different relationship now with the goalie coach, coming at the back end of my career, just because I've started to see things from a different perspective, and Daz is constantly learning and evolving, and we're always bouncing ideas off each other, and yeah, someone I massively respect. His
attention to detail, honestly, it's incredible. He sees things that many others wouldn't, think, and he's very personalised. Like I said before, I think he knows what I need, he knows what Frankie needs, he knows what Jack needs. It's three completely different goalkeepers.
Yeah, well, get yourself in, yeah. Right, very good.
Thank you.
Right, really good. Send everything over later. We've got the meeting as well later, haven't we?
3:13, wasn't it? 3:15 in there.
I want to be the best goalkeeping coach I can be for this football club, and for myself. When I go home, I've got 2 kids, Lainey and Bernie, and my wife Becky. When I leave and get in here at 7 AM, I'm coming in here for a purpose. I wanted to be the best goalkeeping coach I can be. When I get home late and see them, I know it's all been worth it, so I make sure I leave this football club every day making sure I've put in the work. I think that's really, really important. So yeah, those bits are massive to me.
Wow! Have you seen the cameras? Look! Have you seen the cameras? Wow! Can you wave to the cameras? Can you say hello? Oh, hello!
Just tell us what it's like being a dad.
Incredible. I don't know how to put words into it really. It's she's a joy, honestly. When I see her smile or when she said "Dada," it's just the best feeling in the world. Oh, Baba, go Daddy! I think Mila's too little to understand what's going on, but every 3 o'clock game she's there. She sleeps one half and then one half awake, so at least she gets to watch me a little bit. Mila, Pottermoose! Pottermoose!
How's it changed you as a person?
I think it's easier to switch off. I think once I'm home, I'm home. I'm a dad. It's the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever. She's the most important thing. And hopefully she will take care of me when I get old and have a bad back, something.
First time I met him, I knew straight away that we need to sign him. Good goalkeeper, great character, and he's going to get better. Yeah, it was certainly something that we wanted to get done really, really quickly.
I always cast my mind back to when we played Rotherham on Boxing Day. He had a worldie in the game, and he's always one that I've kept an eye on. And when he walked through the door last year, I was obviously delighted that he was joining our group.
I think first of all there was the communication from the club. They laid all the cards on the table basically and said, "We want you," and I think that was important for me to sort of feel wanted. I signed quite early because once I put my mind into something and sort of my heart, I put everything there. I said it from the start. As soon as I walked into them doors, I got so well taken care of. When I say it really is like a second family. We spend so much time together, and yeah, I've loved every single minute of it so far.
What are his best attributes?
Shot stopping ability. I think he's obviously backed that up this season. The way he defends the area in terms of catching crosses, affecting crosses, whether it's a punch. He's a very, very brave goalkeeper. Outside of the box as well, dealing with anything that comes over the top, that sweeper keeper role. So all round, he's a good goalkeeper and he's getting better.
I just don't feel like he has a weakness really. Do you know when like someone comes in, you look at them thinking like, right, show me something where there's a bit of a weak patch. He just doesn't have one. Well, not that I've seen yet anyway. He knows how to get the lads going. He's very passionate on the pitch and very pumped up.
Yes! Come on!
When I win football games or when we score, the adrenaline I get is just mad. I need to get rid of it somewhere. Life's too short to not enjoy every single moment you can. That's the way I've been brought up. And when I celebrate, I see the fans and I see they jumping up and down the seats, and I just feel like I want to be a part of it.
As I get to know him over the season, you just realise what a good human being he is, and it probably matches the same quality as he is as a goalkeeper. He's had a phenomenal season, and you see it every day in training. He's so consistent in his work, and he's a pleasure to work with.
From the first game to the last game, consistent. I can see him improving. He's always responsive, and when we're tweaking his game, so he's open-minded, and he just wants to get better. He's just a joy to work with. He's hard-working, can't speak highly enough of him, just wants to learn, wants to get better. At the end of the season, we went out and had a few beers and really got to know him, and I just absolutely adore him, and I'm excited for his future.
It's always been my dream to play for my country.
I really wanted to make sure that he nails down being Sweden's #1. And I think because Viktor is so humble, it's probably me that sort of says to him a lot, mate, you're a fantastic goalkeeper and you're going to keep going and going. So, but Vic being humble, he just, like I said, just gets on with it, keeps his head down and works hard.
Obviously his performances for Stoke lead into that, but yeah, just like I said, the consistency, like you can't really fault him, and I think that's one of the big things as you go higher, like how consistent can you be for a longest period as you can, and he's done that brilliantly this year.
It just feels like somewhere there's a little kid inside of me just screaming with joy and happiness, and it's all I really ever dreamt about from a young age. It's honestly, you can't really put words into it. The debut against Azerbaijan away, you know, as a competitive debut, it was just perfect. Managed to save the penalty towards the first half, and it's just, honestly, that evening after, it was just, did it really happen? It was one of them feelings.
He doesn't really like respond if you was to go, "Have we walkies?" Doesn't.
Nothing.
Want to go for a walk? Walkies?
Jack is one of them where you need to meet him to understand how good of a bloke he is, like to understand how well thought of he is.
My first impressions of him being very quiet, and then obviously I got to know him, and he's Mr. Dry, isn't he? He's a very funny bloke. Always got a dry joke.
You can tell Tommy's been away in England, he just lobs the balls anywhere.
Did he?
Yeah, he goes, you go get them more.
He's a very, very funny man. He really, really is. Some days he just might drop a little one-liner out of nowhere, and you kind of know what mood he's going to be in. But again, he's fantastic to be around, and I won't change him.
That action shot. Get that.
Lovely, Jack. Good, all the way through on the glove. Lovely, great sound.
Jack is very laid back, but again, you need that in a goalkeeper, which is, I think, one of his strongest attributes. Doesn't let too much faze him. I think Jack's time here has been a little bit of a roller coaster as well.
Jack's had different stages at Stoke. He's been in the team, out of the team, so I've always tried to, you know, be there, support him, and yeah, he's probably one of our best trainers, is Jack, to be honest. He's consistent, gets his head down when he needs to get his head down, and yeah, he's a good teammate. He's good to have in the changing room as well.
Goes out on the grass and he just gives you 110%, and produces sometimes some fantastic displays of goalkeeping, which again for me is pleasing. Of course he wants to play, and I want goalkeepers that want to play. I certainly don't want a number 2 or a number 3 that are happy just to come in and pick up a salary and go home at 2:30. I don't want that.
I think have someone pushing behind you, and you know, Jack's been unbelievable in training, unbelievable, and he brings my levels up as well.
I think the biggest thing is he understands his role in terms of supporting Vic, but obviously pushing him as well, which is really important. And we have our conversations as much as we can with Jack. And I remember sitting in here in pre-season and basically saying, this is what I need from you, and he understands it, and he always gives it in terms of, like I said, pushing whoever is playing and trying to make himself better every day, really. If he does step in, if the manager decides to play him, or there's an injury or whatever it may be, then we're quite confident enough with a game with his experience, and that's what you need from your number 2 as such, to step in and do what he needs to do and help the team out.
I just feel settled here. Obviously where I came in at, I probably exceeded what I expected in the first season, and then from there it's been in and out of the team, and haven't really been able to hold down a position. There's been times where I thought I probably would have stayed in the team and I hadn't, but that's all part of the game and all part of learning and part of the process. But yeah, I want to keep pushing. I want to keep showing that I'm capable of playing and hopefully get back in the team at some point.
The stability is key to kind of how that group works. If you've got 3 goalkeepers and 2 of them don't speak to each other, and it could be a hard hour in the morning when you're in the corner on your own. So when you've got a group that can push each other, encourage each other, they obviously get on as well, which is key. And when they do make a mistake in training, they said it's usually one of the others that kind of go, hey, like, come on, we go again, sort of thing. So yeah, it's really important on that side of it for the group.
I can't wait to work with them for another year. Just my reaction was like this, just happy, don't know what to do. Like, I'm just full of joy.
Him and Frankie, yeah, really, really easy decision at the end of the day. I think it's important to keep those 3 together, and like you said, they do get on very well, which helps.
They're good, aren't they? I said you had to eat one, because I've had one. Yeah, no, why? You gotta have more than one. I'll make you another brew in a minute.
Frankie, I think.
The man. Frankie. There's not many lads like Frankie left in the game. He's just a great character. I love having him here.
Yeah, Frank's just a one of a kind, I'd say. A legend. All the lads love him, and He's kind of like the glue to the change room. He makes sure that everything's running well, and if the lads need anything, he's there for all the lads. So, yeah, he's kind of invaluable to what the dressing room is.
Yeah, probably at the stage in my career now where I enjoy helping people, whatever that may be, comes in different shapes and forms. But yeah, things crop up every day. Could be in the personal life, could be on the field, could be anything. So I just try and help anyone best I can. Hopefully it helps. I don't know. You'll have to ask them, but. I'm hoping it's ask the postman.
I don't know if you've heard about his fine meetings that he does. I've been in one. I wish I could go in more, but I was on the jury, so I was able to go in.
Started off with just a book and pen and paper and whatnot, and then slowly it's developed into him bringing in a big speaker, playing music before, spinning the wheel and whatnot, and then he's brought in these little girls. Karaoke microphone, so he puts on a big show every Friday now for the lads. He love it.
Yeah, never seen anything like it, shall I say. Loads of neon lights everywhere, so yeah, he's tremendous, Frankie is.
Basically, I get 10 minutes to rip everyone every Friday morning now, so it's enjoyable.
Yep. Hey!
He's not 37, by the way, he's 25.
Very good.
23 maybe.
Hey Frank, super Frank.
I think I signed for 2 months originally and I've ended up being there, it'll be 4 years in November, the end of November. Probably didn't, to be honest, didn't expect to be there that long, but obviously very grateful that I am. And hope I've, helped a few people along the way.
Me and Frankie are quite honest with each other, we get on really well with each other. And I'll always be honest with him and he'll always be honest with me, and the reason we're giving him another contract is because day to day he still keeps the ball out of the net and does it well. For Frank himself, he just wants to fly around every day. I think everyone says it and they know he's a bit of a madman sometimes, and like you said, it doesn't matter what the weather looks like, doesn't matter what the training pitch or training pitches somewhere else look like, he'll fly around and be a goalkeeper, and as he always says, the muddier you are, the better you are as a goalkeeper.
People probably haven't got to see it, but he's just a solid goalkeeper in terms of what he brings. He's great in the sessions, he brings his experience and what he's been through and what he thinks at certain moments to try and help us, me and Vic and Tommy, and just try and push us along as far as we can.
I think the biggest thing is he certainly isn't here just because he's a great lad. He's here because he's a really good goalkeeper. Got great knowledge, and then on top of that, again, he is a fantastic lad. So it just helps because we want those people around the building.
Having been previously number 1 and a number 2, and now a number 3, I think being the third choice, obviously it's a supporting role, but I still have to train it equally as good and as hard. I'm training probably longer and harder than I have done previously being a number 1.
Frankie, along with a handful of other players, are able to pull in the ones that maybe character-wise, that maybe it's the lone players that just need a bit more time to fit in, shall we say, especially during pre-season time, whereas Frankie will have a relationship with all them players and make sure that they're getting everything they need, whether it be from the training pitch, whether it be from the medical team, you're getting looked after, food-wise, nutrition. Frankie will always put himself out there to make sure everyone's all right.
Wait, I'm here! Look, what are you on about?
Sean in. Are you definitely available?
I think so, yeah. If he hasn't
Not the one looking at
available. No, I'll stand there and keep it.
Enjoying it? Who are you looking forward to meeting? Gucci.
It takes so much energy, it must do. Like the way he travels from where he lives to come in early, just spreading energy throughout the place. I think he's the most important player and person in that change room. And if you ask anyone else, they're gonna say the same thing. He's like the glue of the whole place. If you got a question, you ask Frankie. Frankie's got the answer, and if he doesn't have the answer, he finds the answer for you. And on top of that, being an unbelievable goalkeeper as well. He's just, yeah. Look, I'm smiling just speaking of him, but he's fantastic.
It's a great place to be at, and it's an enjoyable place to come into every day, and just helping people and bouncing ideas off one another. I feel like we're going in the right direction now. That's how I feel like at the minute. We've got some exciting young players coming through. We've got all the all the stuff off the field that's ready for it to go into the big time. So I just feel like it's had ups and downs, like every football club does, but I feel like we're on the right path now.
The club has the same values as I do as a person, as a player, and the way they want to work and the way they want to go forward. So it's been a frustrating probably 3-4 years that we've had so far. So it'd be nice to see a bit of success and be part of that with the club.
It's a little bit of a roller coaster at times, but almost feels like it's a little bit settled now, and obviously we're going in the right direction again. The structure's there, it just needs, I always say, that little bit of luck along the way. And like I said, in terms of me being here, it's something that I really enjoy, and yeah, really good football club to work for.
You know, when I signed for a reason, and under the gaffer now, and just the beliefs we have in that change room is, you know, we believe we can do it, and it's gonna need everyone. So now we can't wait to get back going.